Welcome to the studio, it's Froyle here, and I'm pretty excited today because we're experimenting with some more fluid art techniques. I've pulled out two small canvases and we're going to work on a diptych, two at the same time, two for the price of one, and I'm going to explore some more with this imprint pour idea. So I'm starting with some beautiful Diptychs muted violet mixed with the heavy gel gloss, and what I want to do is create just a thicker acrylic paint so that when I put it through a stencil it creates a nice raised area on the canvas. I'm using just an abstract kind of flower, maybe roses looking stencil. I can't remember where I got it from because I've had it such a long time, and I'm putting sections of it onto the canvas with a palette knife, running over the stencil with the beautiful thick acrylic paint. It's such a deep and luxurious color. Now my idea is I want to put some thin layers of transparent pouring paint onto the canvases and to build up some layers and create some different textures. So I'm using the FW pouring medium. It says it's an ink pouring medium, so I figure what could possibly go wrong? I'm going to use it with inks. I'm sure it's going to work out fabulous. So I'm mixing it up with the beautiful muted Diptychs inks, the muted violet, the muted pink, the muted turquoise. Yes, it's a bit of a theme. And I'm putting a squirt of the pouring medium into a cup and then a few dashes of the ink. No, I didn't measure it very well. Now, I did say this was an experiment. I'm not exactly sure how much ink to pouring medium ratio I'm going to need to create more of a transparent layer, but I do tend to be a little heavy-handed, so I guess we'll know once I pour it onto the canvas if it was too much ink compared to the pouring medium. So here we go. I'm starting with some beautiful round puddles of my ink pouring medium mix, putting it on the canvas and just tipping them and tilting them to move the paint around. The colors are looking really beautiful and one of them's really transparent. I don't know what's going on with the other colors. Maybe they're too dark, or perhaps there was just too much ink for the pouring medium ratio. Have a look at how beautiful these paintings are sitting on my table next to each other, all wet and with lush, beautiful, rich colors of paint. It's going to be really interesting to see how it dries. Is it going to dry any more clearer or transparent, or is it going to dry this dark? Is it going to crack? This pouring medium could be a little temperamental. I'm really not too sure. Now the paintings have dried up absolutely beautiful. They've got a beautiful shiny finish to them. So this FW pouring medium, the ink pouring medium, does leave the paintings absolutely beautiful and rich in color and shiny. But my colors didn't turn out as transparent as I thought in my mind they were going to. So I decided to add a bit more of the pouring medium on the paintings and some more of the ink as well. I wanted to add some of this beautiful metallic white onto the paintings just to lighten up some areas, and I'm mixing it with some of the other colors as well just to create another layer, maybe a bit of a misty kind of texture over the top just to add a little bit more of the metallic shine. I'm also adding some of the straight pouring medium just so it separates some of the paint a little and creates more of that transparent layering that I was trying to create in the beginning. These paintings really are experimental. I'm trying different pouring mediums and I'm trying different applications. So you can't get too stressed out if it doesn't go exactly according to plan when you're trying such experimental techniques. But I do really find it's a lot of fun. I really enjoy it. And even when things don't go according to plan, I do learn a lot each time. Look how beautiful the paintings have dried up with the metallic white and the additional layer on top. I'm loving it. I love seeing all of the beautiful layers. I love the richness and the mystery of seeing different textures underneath. But of course, I'm not finished yet. I want to create another layer on top of the canvas, so I've pulled out the heavy gel gloss along with some iridescent rose gold. It's another Liquitex color. It's an absolutely stunning color, beautiful metallic shine to it. And what I'm going to do is pull out the exact same stencil again and repeat the shapes or the patterns on top of the canvas. So then basically the painting has got 3 different layers, and that's really interesting. It's really exciting, and when you look at the paintings you actually see the first layer, but you've got to keep looking at it to see the other layers underneath, and I'm just loving this idea. The stencils work absolutely beautiful, and I only put them in a few select areas just so I can create that kind of depth of the layering in my composition. Now remember, I'm working on a diptych, so I want to put them side by side and put the beautiful stencils in places that's going to really connect when they're hanging on the wall together. It's the best way to work on a diptych is to do both of the paintings at the same time. Then you can get more of a flow and the composition can go from one canvas across to the other canvas. I think they're going to look absolutely beautiful with this stunning color. Have a look at how beautiful the paintings turned out. I absolutely love them. They're so fascinating. You can see each of the layers where I added the original paint, and then the second layer with the metallic white, and then the third layer with the stunning addition of the stencils. They look beautiful. They're going to be stunning hanging on the wall, especially together. They've got a beautiful shine to them. They dried very glossy, very rich and very glossy. So I think this is a really interesting pouring medium, ink pouring medium. I mixed it well and easy and simple with the acrylic inks. They dried beautiful. It didn't crack. They dried nice and glossy, but I do know from my previous painting experiment that this pouring medium does not play well with others. Not at all. And I've been experimenting with 9 different pouring mediums. So I did a painting where I did mix it with others and it cracked. So if you are going to use this pouring medium, use it by itself. It works extremely well on its own. Doesn't like to play with others, but it's nice and rich and shiny. It has a beautiful surface to it. I'm loving the experiments of these little diptych paintings. The colors are stunning, and isn't that what really matters? Thanks for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed this little experiment with this particular pouring medium. I learned a lot. There's always so much to learn. Next time I think I'll use a little less of the ink, more of the pouring medium, and make it so it's more transparent. There's something I want to pursue with that idea. I do really love the multiple layers. I think that's fascinating and really interesting with mixed media paintings. And I love to experiment. So there's nothing to lose. We push on to the next idea, try the next technique. And don't forget, you can find more information in the description under the video, and you can find me on my website at FroyleArt.com. So I hope you're going to come back and join me in the studio next time.